Just going to rock cold readings this morning since it is oh so very cold. Abstinence. Experience strength and hope from the members of Overeaters Anonymous. Freedom of choice. Nearly 9 years ago, at my first OA meeting, I was introduced to the concept of abstinence. It took the form of enthusiastic applause from members at the mention of any length of abstinence, from day one to umpteenth years. At the break, some members explained to me that abstinence was refraining from eating compulsively. That didn't mean much to me, but I kept coming back because those people had something I wanted. I just wasn't sure what it was. During the next 4 months, I learned many things about our common disease, not the least of which was that one symptom is perfectionism. This is one of my most devastating character defects. As a perfectionist, I set unbearably difficult standards for myself, and just as I am about to attain them, I redefine an even more difficult standard. I learned early on, and am still convinced, that the pursuit of perfection is a wasteful, stressful preoccupation. Many members offered me some valuable insight into perfectionism and gave excellent examples of the toll it had taken in their lives and the steps they had taken to make progress in this area. But for many OA members, there was apparently one exception to the process of becoming less of a perfectionist, and that was in regard to abstinence. I continued to hear more about abstinence at every OA meeting, but it seemed not everyone defined abstinence the same way. I heard about perfect back-to-back abstinence. This term received the loudest and longest applause. I also heard about gray sheet abstinence, sloppy abstinence, human abstinence, moderate meal abstinence, and abstinence qualified by a host of other adjectives. In those days, there often was little, if any, distinction between abstinence and diet. Most troubling to me was the unspoken notion that one was worthy in the eyes of OA only if one's abstinence was perfect. I began to see people dropping out when they broke their abstinence or if they couldn't achieve the perfect back-to-back variety. The longer I'm in OA, the more convinced I am that there are many paths that one can successfully travel to attain spiritual awakening mentioned in the 12